is certain, so believe that I be killing it. People ain't understanding my passion for these action figs. I put the picture up, you better caption it. I ain't a super soldier, powers came to me by accident. I get the package and I open it with no delay. Variant Wolverine, you know, where they show his face. Flow like the Kree, ready to destroy a race. ML collection growing heavy at a steady pace. Action figure collector, bro, I'm a fly dude. Crossover, Spider-Man versus Ryu. Then I throw a DCUC in the mix. MU, yeah, I'm repping for 3 3/4 inch, man. Yeah, I got a swag you can never get. ACBA, we repping it.
Hey guys, Scourge12567 here, and today I will be reviewing the Marvel Legends Deadpool. As you can see, I am picking up his accessories. And before we get into the figure, I will indeed start on the accessories. He comes with a pistol, which does indeed fit nicely, very nicely actually, into his hand. It fits nice and snug. So for all you ACBA artists out there, he can have some nice poses going on. He is a decently posable figure. We will get into that after. He also comes with another gun, which is an assault rifle, which is just really, it's just a repaint of the one that comes with like Nick Fury and a bunch of other figures. Get this gun. But you know what? If it's not broke, don't fix it. It is a very nice gun. It would be nice to have something different eventually, but. And of course, he comes with 2 signature katanas. That's what he uses. Everyone knows Deadpool has katanas, and they go on the back. A lot of people have a little bit of a gripe with this figure. His chest piece for the X-Force costume is wrong, and the one thing I have a gripe with this, not even the chest harness, just these. I was trying to put the katanas back in when I first got them, and these keep falling off. They're not, I guess they're good now. They haven't really fallen off in a bit. I just got them today, but, you know, whatever. But they are pretty nice. I do enjoy the katanas going on the back of him in a different way than the Toy Biz version. I never got to see the, or touch a 2-pack version, so this is basically a new figure for me, even though it is just the repaint of that figure. So, like I said, the chest harness is wrong. It's not comic accurate. Not a really big deal. It's still a nice figure. Still has the X right there to prove that he is an X-Force and not a Deadpool. Like original Deadpool. He's just the X-Force Deadpool. The sculpt, obviously, the exact same as the 2-pack. Very nice. I think it's nicely detailed. It does still need a bit of work, but you know, I think it's just the fact that maybe it's mine. He's got a little bit of like a bump there that could be sanded out or something. And no, it's not the lines on the head. It's actually a bump. I don't know if you can see that. Right about there. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah. So, to get into the figure and articulation, his articulation in his head is 360. It goes up about that high, goes down that low, which is almost straight down, and I believe, and I don't want to test it on camera, I don't know if his head pops off or not. I do not believe, actually. It doesn't look like it pops off from the joint in there. He has the shoulder hinges, which are very nice on a figure nowadays. A lot of people, I know, I'm pretty sure in one of my older reviews it said they were a useless joint, but they aren't actually. They're a very nice joint. He's got his shoulder up and down, and it goes 360. And then he's got the bicep swivel. And he's got double jointed elbows. And he's got the wrist swivel and the wrist pivot. Unfortunately, his hands are molded like that, which the other gripe that I have with this figure makes it extremely hard and awkward for him to hold this. Well, now it's not going to just fall out, but when you just have it like that, there we go. Then it just falls straight out. So you got to position it a bit. This hand, however, being like that, is very easy to hold the katanas, but a little more difficult for the guns because it doesn't have a finger for the gun hole. He also has the ab crunch standard ab crunch. He's got the 360 waist. He has the swivel there, the little hinge part, and the ball joint. It does turn all the way around, although like most hip joints, it is a little more awkward to turn. It turns 360 at the hip. Double jointed knees, very nice. No shin articulation. It, I believe, has ankle rotation, and that I don't think it has ankle pivot. No ankle pivot, unfortunately, but still decently articulated. Very nice figure so far. Other than that, really, the paint apps are, I guess you could say, they're getting better. They're getting a lot better at doing their paint apps. And the other thing it came with that all of you know, this wave is wave 3 of the Return of Marvel Legends by Hasbro, and it didn't come with a BAF piece. It came with, I guess they had leftovers from the Avengers movie figures. They have the leftover pieces that they just changed. Part of it just doesn't have an A on it. I never got any of the movie figures. Being in Canada, we didn't get any. In fact, I had to get this guy off of eBay. And I didn't actually end up paying a hell of a price. I ended up paying about $25, which for a Deadpool figure, if you think about it, yeah, I know he's newer, and I know it's the X-Force version, is a pretty good deal. So, with all that being said and done, we can cut away now and go to some size comparisons. Alright guys, and here are the size comparisons. We have X-Force Deadpool standing next to Deadpool and X-Force Wolverine. This is obviously the Toy Biz Marvel Legends Deadpool. And honestly, he is just a tiny bit taller. I'll kind of move you in so you can see a bit. He is just a tiny, itty bitty bit taller. Like literally just the tiniest bit. And he looks to be either just like a tiny bit taller than the top of Wolverine's head. But with the ears, Wolverine looks to be about the same size. Unfortunately, I always think Wolverine should be a bit smaller than most figures, so it would be nicer if maybe, I know I haven't done a review on the Wolverine, if maybe he was a little smaller than these guys, but it is indeed a good figure, and I will get to that review next. I'm doing an X-Force themed thing now that I have the entire team roster from the Uncanny X-Force, the second run, so other than that, we have another figure that can be compared to. We will remove Wolverine, and in comes the custom Scarlet Spider by JD Megs 6 Customs. Great guy. Shout out to him. Awesome figure. And he is taller than Deadpool. But the Toy Biz Deadpool is about the same size. I think he's just a tiny bit shorter, sorry. Other than that, compared to, let's put a taller figure in there, and we'll just take a few seconds to get him ready. He was in a pose. Just asking, who's down in the comments? Comment on if you entered, or if you are excited to see some of the entries to the Articulated Comic Book World Tournament. Comic Book Art World Tournament, sorry. And now we gotta move him back. And as you can see, both Deadpools are exponentially shorter than Venom over here. So, in fitting in scale with the size of Deadpool in the comics, he does fit pretty well. And he, again, I love this figure, and it's not only because I do like the character Deadpool, and yes, I know there's a lot of people that say he's going downhill, he's becoming the joke of Marvel. I have to agree there, he is kind of going downhill. The writers are using his comedic side as more of a gimmick to get away from some of the bad writing. They're throwing in good jokes because they can't exactly write a story about a merc with a mouth anymore. They're just kind of throwing in too much. He's becoming the laughing stock, and it would be really nice to see another version of Deadpool. Maybe the Marvel Now Deadpool will be a little more serious. I haven't picked up any of them. Like I said down in the comments, just You can leave any comment. You can tell me if you've picked up any of those about that. But the main question of today's review will be, have you entered and are you excited for the Articulated Comic Book Art World Tournament? Down in the comments below, you can leave that message, and I hope you guys enjoyed it and stick around for more reviews in the future, especially now that I have this amazing new camera. So hopefully everything's good. Stay frosty, guys.